Hi, my name is Chris Barrows, and I am the creator of the WhyISocial podcast. I'm here just to put in a few words on why I think the WhyISocial podcast is worthy of a Shorty Award. And I'm really excited to kind of share those thoughts. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I think it's the case because the podcast was on New and Noteworthy on the iTunes page, or because we have X amount of downloads. I don't think at the heart of it that makes the success of the podcast. I think at the heart is what the show has produced. And first and foremost, I've talked to guests after the fact, and so many of them have said that they've had so many people come up, connect with them because they were telling a story, not because they were telling about their social tips or their social media success, which, there is obviously a social part to this podcast, but because they were telling life stories, because they were talking about their lives, like even things such like divorce, or they were talking about challenges that they faced or how they were building their company. So its focus has been a little different, and that's opened doors for people to connect in a different way. And that, at the heart of it, is what social is, and that's what this podcast is all about in the end. Secondly, the guests have been everyone from average Joe to CEO, and that's more than a tagline. It's the truth. I bring people on the show like Ted Rubin, like a Brian Fanzo, people who have found really great success. But I bring people who have found success but not near that high level. So that's important because these are the people who in the future may have that level of success. And I think you're going to come back and say, oh, but I heard them on WhyISocial, and these are people who now have taken off. Go figure. And I really believe that. Third and foremost, and I think what really speaks to me is the fact that these are candid conversations. These are people talking to me, having real conversation that is not scripted interview. It's not a ton of questions that I send them beforehand. The only thing that people know before they come on the show is that I'm going to ask them 5 favorites. I do this every show. It's my favorite part. And I ask them, what's your favorite social network? That is the only consistent question that they get asked. Otherwise, you learn something new every single time. So I think the podcast is unique, and that's a really huge aspect for me. I want it to be unique. I want it to be something different that you've never heard before, and every episode brings that. So that's why I think the podcast is deserving of a Shorty Award. I hope you do too, and I invite you to nominate it if after watching this video. If you think it's worthy, I really appreciate it, and I thank you, and I thank everyone who has listened already. You guys have made my day every single day when you tell me you've listened. So it's everything, whether I get nominated for a Shorty or not. So if you are interested in learning more, send me a tweet at WhyISocial or at cbarrows, and I'd be happy to share. Otherwise, this is WhyISocial.